Hello everyone, this is Rakesh here, and in this video I am going to discuss about goods and services tax. In shortly, GST. What is framework of GST in our country? What was the scenario before GSTs? Also, what are the model of GST in other country as well as in our country? Objective of this study is based on pre-GST era, need of existing GST model in other country, existing GST model in India, constitutional amendment for the GST implementation, framework of GST, concept of time value and place of supply, input tax credit, procedural compliance under GST, goods and services tax compensation to State Act 2017, and lastly GST in export imports. So our study will be based on these points. So let's start one by one. Pre-GST era. The erstwhile regime of indirect tax goods were subjected to tax both, that is central as well as states. It means before the GST era, the goods was subjected to tax of central as well as state. The central government has imposed different rate tax and state government has imposed different rate taxes. Up to manufacturing stage, central government was collecting excise duty except for on alcohol for human consumption, narcotic drugs sector which state excise duty was began imposed. It means till manufacturer stage only excise duty was imposed, and on another side alcohol for human consumption and narcotic drugs sector were state excise duty was began imposed. Means the state exclusively impose excise duty on alcohol, narcotic drugs or another products, and central excise duty only till manufacturing stage. As well as the liquor is concerned, the liquor is also subject to the excise duty after implementation of GST. It means in GST framework, the liquor for human consumption is outside. Service tax was levied and collected by union government exclusively. It means there was tax on tax. The state government has also imposed service taxes and central government also imposed same service taxes. Different type of taxes are central excise duty, which is collected by central government, central sale tax, also in shortly we can say CST, central VAT tax, which is also collected by central government, VAT where different states were charging at different rates, luxury taxes, entertainment taxes, entry tax etc. levied by state governments. It means these are different tax in pre-GST era, and now it all has been subdued to GST. Till 1987, central excise duty was collected on gross value, which is resulting in cascading effect. Means central government has collect on the gross value of products. So gross value of products means when the product manufactured, the state government has imposed the excise duty, and thereafter central government has imposed the excise duty. So this is the cascading effect. Modification VAT in shortly also we can say this mode VAT scheme was introduced to reduce the cascading effect. So after 87 the modification VAT was scheme introduced, but it is not the completely solution. At different level, like central government collects excise and service tax at central level, state government collect value added tax, sale tax at the state level, Local bodies tax like property tax, municipal tax was collected at the local level. And export import SAD, which is called special additional duty, countervailing duties, etc., were collected the product which is imported in India, and now the SAD and CVD has been submerged to GST. What is the need of existing model of GST? Central excise, where there were variable rate under the excise duty. As I discussed earlier, the excise duty tax was also imposed by state as well as the center, which was the cascading effect. VAT charging different in different state. There were different model of VAT in different states. So this was also plethora of tax. Lack of uniformity in VAT in terms of registration and due date of payment. It means there was no uniformity of VAT in different states. Central VAT confined to the manufacturing state and did not extend it to the distribution chain. It means central VAT tax was only confined to the manufacturing state, and when it will be come in distribution chain, it will not be imposed. Plethora of tax like 3-tier system before GST era, cascading of taxes, and problem in interstate set-off. When requirement of ITC, or we can say requirement of input tax credit, there was problem in set-off between the two states. So to remove this deficiency required a model so that the one nation, one tax can be started. So in shortly we can say, to remove plethora of tax, cascading of tax, set of problem, and to remove different VAT in different state, it was requirement of a unified model of indirect taxes. If we discuss about the what is GST model in another country, like Australian model, this is collected by center and distributed to state. Canadian model, there were 3 variants of tax of Canadian model. Calcutta model is based on the Canadian model, where tax collected by the center, but 2 different rates. It means there were 2 rates of central GST and state GST, but it is collected by the central government and distributed to the state further. Bagchi Porter model, it is the combination of excise, services tax, and weight to make it a common base of GST to be levied both by central and state separately. It means it is a combined of central tax, excise duty, services tax, and VAT, and make a common base, but it is levied by center as well as state separately. So these are the 4 model in another country which is going on. Now we discuss about the India. Indian GST model has own uniqueness in many countries. India is a federal country, so in India there is a dual GST model. It means dual GST model, central GST and state GST have differently levied and imposed. Apart from the Indian, Brazil is only country in the world which follow a similar dual GST model. In India, GST is rolled out as uniform tax system all across the nation by removing entry barrier between the states. As I discussed earlier, there was the problem in set off between the states and VAT charges were different. But in the GST model, removing all this hurdle and removing all the barrier between the states. So we can export correction set off the any products or any ITC between the states. Canada though have GST model closely. In Canada, there is a model which is not mandatory to the state, it is the optional to the state. So in Canada, the state, it is depend on the state, they can adopt this model or reject this models. So in India, there is a GST, unique GST model which is called dual GST system, and this is the uniqueness apart from the other country, and only Brazil is country which is follow this GST model. Constitutional amendments, it means after imposes of GST, there were requirements some amendment of constitutional. So constitutional amendment has been carried out. Article 246 was inserted by 101st Amendment of Act 2016, especially for the GST. Article 256, correction 246 provides that notwithstanding anything contained Article 246 and 254, Parliament has subject to clause 2, legislature of every state has to power to make the law with respect to GST and services tax. It means the Parliament have exclusively power to make law on GST. It was inserted in section 246A and also given power to the state government to make law on GST. So in the Article 246A, state government as well as the central government has given power to make law. Article 248 has given power to the Parliament which is not included in concurrent list as well as not mentioned in both lists. So in this matter, the Parliament has power to make law. Article 249 enumerate that if any law on GST in Council of State has not supported 2/3 majority of member and voting that it is necessary to expedite in the national interest that Parliament should make law with respect to GST. It means if the law on GST passed in state and not supported with 2/3 majority, the Parliament has power to make law on GST. Article 269 inserted for interstate supply, or in shortly we can say IGST. Amendment 270 was done on taxes and duties. It means the Parliament has power to impose the surcharge, cess, duty if it is the interest of the nation or it is depend on the Council of State. So Amendment 270 is based on the duties and taxes. Article 279A refer to the setup of counseling of member. Counseling of member are Union Finance Minister, which will be the chairman, Union Minister of State, Revenue or Finance Minister, finance member, and lastly Minister in charge of finance or taxation or any nominated each state government. It means the setup of member of counseling will be finance minister, who will be chairman, union minister of state, revenue in charge, or we can say finance member of the state, and thirdly minister in charge of finance or taxation of nominated by each state, one member nominated by each state. GST counseling shall recommendation to union and state. What are the duties of GST counseling? These are: the taxes, tax and surcharge may be subsumed in GST, subjected to exemption, threshold limit, interstate supply, rate including floor rate, provision for special rate, model of GST law and principles. So these are the duties of GST Council. There was also amendment in 7 schedules. Some petroleum item like petroleum crude, high speed diesel, motor speed, natural gas, aviation fuel were exempted from GST, and now it is subjected to excise duty. Also depend on the council which will be include or exclude from the GST. Tobacco and tobacco product, new entry 54, petroleum and human consumption liquor is subjected to the intrastate but not a interstate trade. It means the human consumption liquor is outside of GST in intrastate trade but not in interstate trade. Local area for consumption has been deleted. Taxes on the advertisement other than the advertisement, entertainment published in newspaper and advertisement broadcast by radio or television also under the GST. These are the summarize of constitution model. Article 246 override the Article 246. State can be levied goods and services. Only Parliament can levy interstate supply. Article 269A, Parliament to levy IGST. Parliament determine the place and time of supply. And Article 279A inserted Federal Body Constitution on 15 September 2016. Member of Council, Union 1/3, State 2/3 and decision by 3/4. It means the voting power of Union government is 1/3 and state government of 2/3 and total decision is 3/4. If we passed any matter on the GST, there is a requirement of voting power. So it is enumerated in Article 279. So what is framework of GST in our country? This is the framework of GST in our country. Central GST Act 2070, which is passed by Central. Integrated GST Act, in shortly we can say IGST. Union Territory GST Act 2017, it means it is passed in every union territory, or in shortly we can say UT GST Act 2017 and GST Compensation to State Act 2017. It was passed by the Parliament for compensation of state for 5 years. Taxable event, a point at which the tax liability to charge tax arise that is nomenclated as the taxable event. So in the GST, the taxable event is a cornerstone. So what is the tax? Where the tax will be levied on the products. In GST, taxable depend on the supply, that is the characterized by. It means in GST totally tax depend on the supply. If there will be supply, so there will be GST. If there is no supply, there will be no GST. So supply should be good or service. It means supply shall be good of services. Anything which is not good or services is not supplies. It means we can say rupees are not good or services, so rupees will not be under the supply and not be under the GST. Barter and exchanging would be levied to GST. Supply could be made to non-taxable GST person also. It means which are non-taxable persons, which persons is not paying the tax, also will be under the supply. Supply should be made course or further course of business. Licensing, lease, rental or without transfer of the right are considered as a supply. It means license, lease or rental without transfer is also considered as a supply. Supply should be consideration for money or otherwise. It means it may be barter system or it may be in money consideration of supply. So these points are under supply, and tax will be levied when there will be supply. Framework of GST composite and mixed supply. It means what is the composite supply and what is the mixed supply. Composite supply means there are supply of two or more goods naturally bundled, single price charge, one supply with the package. For example, TV with accessory. If there is a TV, a remote, wire cable, data cable with the TV, so this is called composite supply. There will no separate GST on the remote and the data wire. On the another hand, mixed supply means two or more supply of goods and services or both are supplied conjunction with each other, deliberately bundled, single price charge, only supply within the package. And for example, if we buy a package of beauty products, that means there will be shampoo, comb, toothpaste, powder. So the GST will be levied separately on separate item. So this is called the mixed supplies. So in the GST, the supplies are two types: composite supply and mixed supply. As in composition schemes, there is also relief given to the small taxpayer. If the limit aggregate turnover is 1.5 crore per annum and 75 lakh special category state, it means the composition scheme is available for those supplier whose limit is 1.5 crore per annum and 75 lakh in special category state like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Northeast states. Aggregate turnover means taxable supply, exempted supply, zero rated supply and interstate supply. It means these four supply is the aggregate turnover. Reverse charge mechanism should not be included, as it would be added turnover of integrated supply. It means reverse charge mechanism will not be included in the composition scheme. There are some conditions on the composition scheme. It means the persons who taken the composition scheme, they cannot claim ITC, cannot raise tax invoice, or they display the board at business place. So these are the some restrictions and conditions of the composition of supply. The following person cannot be of the composition scheme. It means there are some persons who cannot be of this scheme, like supplier of services, supplier of exempted good, interstate supply, e-commerce operator and ice cream, pan masala, tobacco operator cannot of this scheme. Rate of composition scheme are for manufacture 1%. It means that if a person is taking composition scheme, he will pay 1% GST, 0.5 CGST and 0.5 SGST. Restaurant service 5% to 0.5 CGST and 2.5 SGST. Trader or any other supplier 1%, half percent CGST and SGST. In briefly, we can say the composition scheme is available for the small taxpayer, relief through the compliances and taxes. So, in lastly, the composition scheme, like the manufacturer, pay only 1% GST, but he is also cannot claim input tax credit if he supply further. Some products which are exemption under GST like unbranded atta, milk, egg, curd, fresh veg, healthcare, education, service by the government except post office, transport of goods, services sector, services by RBI and service by IRDA or SEBI. These are the some products which are exempted from GST. Now, concept of time and place. Time, value and place of supply. What is the concept of supply? Supply means if supplier supply a place of supply to different state, to different union territory and a state to another union territory, it is called interstate supply. For example, if a supplier located in the Mumbai and he supplies something in the Delhi, so it will be interstate supply. On the other hand, import from the outside or another country, supplier located in India and supply place outside the India, or supply any product in the special economic zone which is called SEZ, or not any supply which is not covered intrastate trade elsewhere. It means which is supply not covered elsewhere, which also called interstate supply. This is an example when supply involved movement of goods. Means, as earlier I given example, if supplier located in the Mumbai and he supply some product in Delhi, so this is the involvement movement of good. So the supply place will be termination or goods delivery of good. It means the delivery of good is Delhi, the supply place will be Delhi. Delivery on direction of third party. It means when given direction by third party, the principal place of business will be place of supply. For example, the supplier is in Mumbai and place of supply is in Delhi, but registration of supplier is in Gurgaon. So the place of supply will be Gurgaon because of the business registration place is in Gurgaon. When there is a no movement of supply, location at time of delivery, it means a person is traveling Dehradun and he purchase a laptop in Dehradun, so supply of place will be Dehradun. Supply on board convenience, location where goods are taken on the boards. It means goods are taken on boards where the goods are boards, services. Journal principle, registered location of the person, unregistered location or address or the exist location of the supplier. It means the location of the person will be supply. If there is a immovable property, the location of the immovable property will be supply. If there is a training, where the location of the recipient will be supply. Time of supply, there are four different in time of supply. In forward mechanism, invoice, when invoice issue, due date of invoice and payment of received, whichever is earlier will be supply. In the reverse charge mechanism, receipt of good 30 days from the invoice and date of payment, whichever will be earlier will be reverse charge supply. Voucher, identifiable or non-identifiable, whichever will be earlier will be supply. And another case, due date for filing of return and payment of GST, whichever will earlier will be time of supply. If there is a change in rate, the time of supply will be, if there is a change in rate before the supplies, so the time of supply will be date of receipt payment or date of issue of invoice, whichever is earlier will be time of supply. Invoice, when invoice issue prior but payment given after, so date of issue of invoice will be time of supply. Payment made and invoice after the change of rate. It means payment made before the supply but invoice issued after the change of rate, the date of payment will be time of supply. On the another hand, in case of the good or service or both have been supplied after the change of rate in change of rate of taxes, the supply will be where payment is received after the change of rate of tax but invoice prior, so date of receipt of payment. Where the invoice has been issued and payment is received before the change of rate of tax, the date of issue of payment and issue of invoice, whichever is later. On the another hand, where invoice issues after and change of rate but payment received before the change of rate, the date of issue of payment. In broadly we can say, if the GST will rate of change of GST in case of good and service has been supplied after change of rate, the tax will be imposed whichever time will be imposed whichever is later, either receipt of later or payment later. Value of supplies depend on the transaction value. It means transaction value means price actual paid or payable supply of good or service both, where the supplier and the recipient of the supply are not related, the price is sole consideration for supply. Inclusion in determination of value of supplies. It means what are the include of value of supply. For any tax, duties, cess, fees, charge levied under any law for the time being in force other this act. It means which is some taxes, fees is imposed under this act. Amount supplier is liable to pay in relation to such supply, incidental expense including commission and packaging etc., interstate or late fees for the delayed payment of any consideration, subsidy directly linked to price excluding subsidy provided by the central government. In shortly, we can say any tax, duty, fees, delayed payment, amount of supplier liable to payment and any duties paid to the central government will be included in value of supply. What are the exclusion in determination value of supply? Discount given by the government or another supplier and ITC will be excluded from determination of value of supply. ITC. So ITC is a cornerstone of the GST. When a supplier supply to product to another supplier, he will available for input tax credit which he paid on the value with was purchased earlier. So these are the four conditions to fulfill ITC. First condition, person who want to claim ITC shall be invoice, debit notes or such other documents as may be prescribed. It means he should have some documents which showing that this is the invoice. Secondly, receive good and services both. It means good or service shall be received. Tax should have actually paid and he should have paid return under section 39. There are the four conditions of ITC. ITC apportionment of it means if good or services or both are used by the registered person partially purpose of any business and partially purpose for other purpose. So the ITC will be available only for the good and services which used for the business purpose, and it will not available for the other purpose. If good or services or both used by the registered person partially for effecting taxable supply under this act or under the IGST Act and partially effected exempted supply under the said act, it means the amount of credit shall be restricted too much of the input tax as it is attributable to the taxable supply including zero rate supply. On the third point, banking company or financial institute engaged in supply service by way of accepting deposit, extending loan or advances. There are the two options for the banking company shall have option either comply with the provision of above amount equal to 15% of eligible ITC or capital good on service in the month in that month and rest shall be lapse. So these are the apportionment of ITC. Procedural compliance, who is person to be liable of register, every person shall be liable of register under this act if aggregate turnover is more than 20 lakh or exceed 20 lakh in financial year, where business is carried out by the taxable person under this act is transferred. Precedent to order the court given by precedent to order of court given by courts. There are three conditions. The aggregate turnover shall be exceed 20 lakh rupee, business carried out by the taxable person, and precedent to order of court. Person not liable to supply, it means supply of GST which is not taxable, liable to taxable, we can say which is not exceed turnover 20 lakh rupees, which is wholly exempted, agriculture product and land cultivation or specify category notified the government. These are the four category which is exempted to registration of tax. Effective date of registration means what will be the effective date of registration. In case of the application is submitted within the 30 days of person becoming liable, the date of on which person became liable will be effective date. If the application is submitted after the 30 days becoming to liable to register, it shall be date on which the registration is granted. So payment of tax, how will be payment of tax? Firstly, a person will submission of returns, thereafter matching of ITC. It means there is a ITC previously, so there will be matching and final acceptance. Thereafter rectification of discrepancies and matching of claim in reduction in output tax liabilities. So these are the some forms for the tax payment. For example, if registered person under OIDR composition levy or NRISD GSTR 3 will be applicable. Monthly uh, tax will be paid and the due date of tax will be 28th of following month. Composition levy GSTR 4 quarterly 18th of following end of quarter. Taxable person GSTR 5 monthly 28th of following month. ISD means input service provider GSTR 6 monthly before 13th of next month. TDS and TCS GSTR 7-8 monthly 10th of next month. Annual GSTR 10 31st of next financial year, and financial return GSTR tax GSTR 10 within the 3 months of the date of cancellation. Payment of tax intrastate supply CGST plus SGST to be paid in equal proportion. For the interstate supply IGST form will be used PMT1 taxable supply, PMT2 credit ledger and PMT5 will be cash ledger. Utilization of GST, IGST first utilized for IGST, thereafter CGST and SGST in any proportion, or we can say SGST can be used, CGST can be used, but first will be paid IGST. SGST first IGST, thereafter SGST, CGST first IGST, thereafter CGST, and UTGST first IGST and thereafter UTGST. In briefly, we can say firstly IGST will be utilized everywhere. Refund, as per the section 54, refund may be available good services exported to special economical zone on payment of IGST, and refund on such IGST paid is claimed. ITC utilization and process of finalization. Not refund allowed. Good exported are subjected to export duty. There will be not refund allowed. Supplier of good and services both has logged in parallel on duty of drawback claim of IGST on inward imported supplies. There are two conditions where the refund shall not allowed. Audit is required for a registered persons. So there are two types of audit: general audit and special audit. In general audit, commissioner or office authorized by the commissioner. So persons who will be audit, either commissioner or authorized by the commissioner, or by the way of general or special orders. Special audit not below rank of the commissioner, correction assistant commissioner, or regard nature of complexity and case of interest of revenue. So special audit will be carried out by the person whose rank is not below than the assistant officer, correction assistant commissioner, and on the another side it will be carried out on the interest of revenue. UTGST applicability, it means where the UTGST is applicable: Dadar, Nagar and Haveli, Daman and Diu, Chandigarh, Jammu, Ladakh, Andaman and Nicobar Island, or Lakshadweep. Delhi is as a state, and Delhi is outside of the Union Territory. GST compensation to State Act 2017. So in 10th meeting held on 18th February 2017 approved GST compensation bill that provide the compensate of the loss arising out of introduction of GST to the state. It means when GST was introduced, there was a loss arising out to the state. So to compensate this loss, GST Compensation Act 2017 was passed. It is for the period of 5 years. It is extended whole India. Base year is 2015-16 and projected growth rate is 14%. Silent feature of GST Compensation Act 2017: firstly, ascertain the base year, identify the revenue of base year, which is 14% projected revenue, computation of compensation and release of compensation. As far as concerned about the GST in export import, basic custom duties continue. Countervailing duty has been subsumed in GST. Special additional duty, in shortly we can said, has been subsumed in GST. However, petroleum is outside the scope of GST, hence CVD and SAD are applicable to them. It means the GST, after the GST, CVD and SAD submerged into the GST, and petroleum is outside of GST. The IGST is now payable as assessable value plus BCD. In this video, I have discussed about the GST, and I hope you will like this video. Thank you.